Hello Year 5 and welcome to your maths lesson for today. So we're going to ramp it up a notch today and we're going to be looking at dividing 4 digits by 1 digit. So we're going to look at using the bus stop method towards the end of our lesson, which might help some of you more with your division this week. But before we do anything, let's warm up those brains of yours on our flashback. So what I'd like to do is pause the video and I'd like to have a go at these 4 questions. Okay, so multiply 1,305 by 6. If you lay out your multiplication sums correctly, your answer should give you 7,830. Now, a square has an area of 64 meters squared. What is the length of one of its sides? Well, we know that a square has 4 equal sides. Therefore, 2 of those numbers multiplied together must give me 64. Now, I know that 64 is also one of our squared numbers. Therefore, 8 times 8 gives us 64. Okay, which of these is a prime number? Okay, so we know that a prime number can only be divisible by 1 and itself. And the answer for that one is 11. Okay, we know that we have factors of 2 and 5 for number 10, and we also have factors of 3 and 5 for 15. So those two cannot be prime numbers. Find the sum of 199 and 198. Okay, now you could do that a quick way and you could round them to 200 equally and then take the answer away and take 3 away from the answer. But your answer should give you 397. So well done if you had a go at doing a shortcut version. Now, if you have managed to have a look at my time on my clock, it is coming up to 2 minutes to 12. So therefore it would be 11:58. If it was 24-hour clock and it was in the evening, it would be 23:58. So well done if you had a go at the time questions as well. So let's warm your brains up a little bit more for today's lesson. So we're going to be focusing on our division facts. So I'd like to see if you can have a go at these questions and see if you notice the relationship between questions 1 and 2 and the relationship between 3 and 4. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, well we know that 48 divided by 4 is 12. Therefore, we know that 480 divided by 4 has got to be 10 times bigger than the previous answer. So it's got to be 120. Now, 72 divided by 9 we know is 8. Now, here we can see in our answer that that 8 turned into 800, which means that became 100 times bigger. Therefore, we need to make 72 100 times bigger. And the answer there is 7,200. Okay, well done if you got all of those correct, and well done if you had a go. If you have made any mistakes though, please go back and have a look at where you went wrong and correct yourself so that you know for the future. So we're going to consider this problem solving question and we're going to look at how we divide 4-digit numbers by a 1-digit number. There are 4,884 crayons and they come in packs of 4. And we need to work out how many packs are there. So here are my crayons, okay, and we know that there's not going to be 4 of them, okay, because that's not going to be enough to count all the way up to 4,884. So we need to divide, okay. Now we can't count them into groups of 3 because that's going to take forever as well. So let's use our place value charts to help us. So I'm going to partition my number, okay, using my counter. So here you can see I've got 4,884, and this is my bus stop method here. Now I suggest for those of you that struggle understanding the counters for the meantime, to ignore the counters and to use your times tables knowledge to complete the bus stop method instead, okay? So especially for those of you at school, I know that some of you have struggled using the counters. Ignore the counters if it helps, and just have a go at working out the sum in the bus shelter. So the first thing we're going to do is, well, how many 4s can we fit into 4s? If we look at my thousands, I can get one group of 4. So I know that 4 goes into 4 once. Then I'm going to think, well, how many 4s can I get into 8? So I'm going to look at my place value here and I can see that I can get 2 lots of 4 because 2 times 4 gives me 8. Now I know that the answer is going to be the same for the next one because I have the same number. 4 into 8 goes twice. If I look at my tens, I have my 2 lots of 4, and I know that 4 goes into 4 once. Therefore, my answer is going to be 1,221 packs. Now you can see how I can ignore those counters here by just working out how many of the divisor goes into each one of those numbers. And luckily for us, there was no carrying involved. So based on that, I'd like to pause the video and have a go. If it's easier to do the bus stop, then please just do the bus stop method. But pause the video and see if you can work out the answer to this sum. Okay, so here are my counters. Remembering I've got 0 in my tens. So let's work out how many 3s are in 9. Well, I can see I can get 3, 6, 9. So I can get 3. So 3 into 9 goes 3 times. How many hundreds can I get here? So 3 into 3. Well, 3 into 3 goes once. Okay. Now I don't have any tens here, so I can't get 3 into 0. So I'm going to have to write the answer as 0. And now I'm going to work out, well, how many 3s can I get into 6? And here I can get 2 lots of 3 because 2 times 3 gives us 6. Okay, so the answer of that one is 3,102. So well done if you got that correct. Let's explore this one together as well. Now this one is going to require us to do some carrying. So let's just watch out. So first of all, how many 2s can I get into 4? Well, I know that 2 times 2 is 4, therefore it must be 2. Now, have you spotted what problem I might have here with my hundreds column? Right, so we might have to do some carrying. Now, if the counters confuse you, please ignore the counters, okay? Because I'm going to show you how to carry the numbers as well. So I know that 2 goes into 3 exactly once, okay? But I know I've got an extra 1 remaining. Now, ordinarily, I would then exchange those for my additional 10s. That one lot of 10 tens is moving across. So I'm going to carry that 1. Okay, so I could fit one whole lot of 3 in and I had 1 extra 1 remaining. So now my new number here becomes 12. So now I think, well, how many 2s are in 12? Well, I know that 2 times 6 is 12. So my answer must be 6. And then I'm going to do, well, how many 2s can I fit into 4? And I know that my answer is 2. So my answer is 2,162. Pause the video and have a think about this question. So you might have to do some carrying across for this one. Ignore the place value counters if they don't help, but see if you can work out the answer to this one. Okay, so we're looking at 5. We know we can only fit one lot of 5 in there. So that thousands is going to have to be exchanged for all those hundreds. Now I've exchanged that 10 lots of 100 over. So I'm going to carry that 1 across. So one whole lot of 5 plus that extra 1 remaining. So my new number now becomes 11. So how many 5s can I fit into 11? Well, I can fit 2 because 2 times 5 is 10. So that's one whole one. But then I've got that 1 left over. So although I'm exchanging, I'm going to carry that 1 across on my number. Okay, because 2 times 5 gave me 10, but I had an additional 1 from 10 to 11. So I'm going to carry that 1. Same rule applies again. How many 5s are in 11? Well, I know there's 2. But obviously I've got that extra 10 at the bottom, which I'm going to exchange. I'm going to show that exchange by carrying that 1 across. Okay, and now my new number here is 15. So how many 5s are in 15? Well, we know that there are exactly 3 5s in 15. So my answer is 1,225. So well done if you got that one correct, because that was slightly more difficult having to carry those numbers. So now that you've had a go at doing that, I'd like to have a go at doing questions 1 to 3 on your worksheet, and then I want you to come back and we're going to have a go at some more problem solving questions with remainders. So, 3 skateboards cost £72.99. So how much does one cost? Now I lied. I didn't mean remainders. I meant decimals on the slide before. So, same rules apply. We're going to pretend that that decimal's not there until we get to the very end of our answer. But it's important. If we're going to include a decimal in my question, in my number, I'm going to need a decimal in my answer. So you've got to imagine that decimals are like buttons on your shirt. They always go straight one above the other. They don't go wonky and they don't move into different columns. Okay? So we need to work out how much does one cost. So first thing I need to think about was how many 3s are in 7. Well, now if I do my times table, I've got 3, 6. Well, I can't go to 9, so I've got 6. So now I'm going to have 2. Now to get from 6 to 7, I have 1 left over, so I have to carry that 1 across. Now my new number here becomes 12. So how many 3s are in 12? Well, I know that 3s into 12 goes exactly 4 times. So now I'm going to jump to the other side. So I've got my 10s and my 1s. Now I'm going to move into my tenths and my hundredths. Okay. So now I'm going to look at, well, how many 3s are in 9? Well, I know that 3 goes into 9 3 times exactly. And because I've got the same number, I know that the last one's going to be 3 as well. So my answer there, each skateboard costs £24.33. Okay, nice and easy, just carrying the numbers over. But I've got rid of using the place value counter now, so you can just focus on your multiplication facts to help you. Now this one's slightly trickier. Mean, Miss Humphrey. So this is a question where I have given you some missing gaps. Okay, so there's some missing boxes. So I'm going to give us our place value counters to help us. So this isn't to confuse you, but this is to help us work out what some of our missing numbers are. Okay, now my thousands column is going to help me with this one because whatever this number here was divided exactly into 9 3 times. So I need to divide 9 by 3. Okay, so if I divide them by 3, I've got 1 3 2 3 3 threes. So that means that that number there must be 3. So if I now work my way along, I've done 3 into 9 goes 3 times exactly. Now I'm going to think, well, how many 3s are in 4? Well, I know I can only get one lot of 3. Okay, so that's going to be 1. But to get from 3 to 4, I have an extra 1 remaining. So we're going to get rid of that and exchange it. We're going to show that on here by carrying that 1 across. So now my new number is 12. Now we know that 3 goes into 12 exactly 4 times. So we're going to write 4. Now the answer here is 3, which means this number that was here divided by 3 gave us 3. So the best thing to do, well, let's do the inverse. What is 3 multiplied by 3? And my answer here tells me that I need 9 lots of 1s. Okay, so just by working out that divisor and working my way through and using my inverse to work out missing numbers, easy peasy. Not a problem, okay? So the place value counters are there to help you, but if they confuse you, just use your general times table knowledge and work out, well, how many 3s are in 9? Well, no, there's 3. How many 3s are in 4? 1. I have 1 remainder, so let's carry that 1. 3s into 12, well, 3s into 12 goes 4 times. I'm going to write that. How do I work out how many 1s I need? Well, let's multiply these two together because these multiplied together give you these numbers. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 was 4 with that additional 1. Okay, 3 into 12, 3 times 4 was 12. And 3 times 3 was 9. So you can always do the inverse to help you. Okay, so have a go at the rest of the questions on your worksheet. I'm also going to send home some additional problem solving questions for you to have a go at. Okay, I might either do the problem solving questions or some additional practice questions, but have a go at the additional ones that get sent home with you, okay, because they will help you, okay? Good luck with all of that, Year 5. Do your best.